Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Is It Worth the Gold video, and today we are looking at the T-34-3, the Chinese Tier 8 premium tank. So first of all, thanks a lot to Fu who gifted me this tank. Thanks a lot, you have helped the channel a lot over the last, actually since I started doing YouTube, you have helped the channel a lot, and again, you have brought this video to the public, because without you there was no way I would have this tank. So thanks a lot, Fu, and let's get right into it. So is it worth the gold? Well, not really, because it costs too much. It costs 11,000 gold, and if I have to rank this tank from the tier 8 premiums, this would be the second worst stats wise and everything. Well, if you consider everything, it's probably the second worst after the super brushing, but there's a reason why super brushing is down there. It costs like 6k gold or something. This thing costs 11,000, and I think it's not it's too much for what this tank is. This tank does not have those characteristics of the other tier 8 premium heavy tanks like the IS-6, 112 or whatever, that they should put this price tag on it. So the tank is fine. I kind of like it. I enjoy playing it, but I can't recommend it for the price they're selling it for. I think the rest of the premiums will do a better job for you to make money. And if you're really desperate to get a Chinese medium tank to try the cruise, then yeah, it's fine. It's a fine tank. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing really wrong with it, but I think for the price they're asking, there's better things to buy. If you're one of those people who just throw their wallets at the screen whenever a premium tank comes out, there's a big chance you already have this, so you don't really need my opinion anyways. But in my opinion, this is another tank you should buy if you're looking for your only tier 8 premium. I don't think the price of this thing is worth what it is in the package, so in my opinion, it's not worth the grind. But later with that, and let's talk about the armor now. So if you look at this tank, it's basically type with minus 10 to 10 and 20 armor all around. Like this is 100 and... No, this is on this tank it's 90, on type it's 100. This is 190, on type it's 200 and something. So everywhere you look, this armor is like slightly worse type, and that's really bad because like the turret is still fine with 190. Like a well-aimed shot from a gun like a Tiger, definitely Tiger 2, will pen this with quite ease, like the lower part of the turret and the flat part here as well. So if you have gun with like 200 penetration plus, you will have a good chance to pen the flat part of this turret. Always remember about the RNG in penetration as well. You can always roll lower than your average penetration, so keep that in mind and don't blame me when you don't pen it. So yeah, that's about it for the armor. The gun, well, the gun is the same gun as you get on the KB1S. It is the 122mm Russian derp cannon, 0.40 through 46 accuracy with 3.4 second aiming time, which makes the DPM really horrible. With the reload 12 seconds, the DPM is 1600. It's probably the worst DPM you're ever gonna see in tier 8 or even below. Like most other, this probably is the lowest DPM of any premium you can buy, and probably lower than some of the tier 2 and 3 ones as well. Like any tier 5 plus premium, I think, have better DPM than this. This is 1600. You don't really see less. Even the Panzer IV-S have better DPM than this. So that is something to note. With this tank, the reload is really long and the DPM is really bad because of it. So in an overall package, this tank comes, basically what you trade is an IS. If you, for instance, buy an IS-6, it costs like 1000 gold more, but you get much more armor. Your tank is really well armored, and your gun reloads much faster. And only thing this tank got superior to the IS-6 is the slight engine power increase, well, the mobility increase. But this tank is not fast. With 14.6 something engine power to weight ratio, this tank is not a rocket. It does not accelerate well. The power to weight is probably slightly worse than the Type 59 as well. So basically what you have is a Type 59 minus 10% in every way, shape or form. The gun is really situational. For some people just hate this gun, like by default. I actually quite like this gun, so I like the tank in overall. But if you look at this tank in general, it's like a Type 59 minus 10% or even more, and they asked 11k gold for it. So I don't really think it's worth it. I think Wargaming was way too cautious. They did not want to make another Type 59. As we all know, Type 59 was overpowered as all hell when it came out, and everybody bought it, and it kind of broke the game balance. But I think they were way too cautious with this thing, and they kind of cut one of its nuts off while balancing it. So the tank is not bad, but I wouldn't recommend it for somebody who doesn't have a tier 8 premium. If you have like couple, then sure, why not? You probably don't care anyways. But yeah, that's it about the garage, and let's get into the game. So here we are. It's Sacred Valley, is this map called? Whatever. It's Encounter in Sacred Valley. This is one of the most unbalanced encounters, in my opinion, ever. Like, when you spawn on this side, you have probably like 60 or 70% chance to lose, because the other team gets far more superior spawn. They can get up to hill really easily to like B3, completely lock you down. If you try to push hill, you're gonna get sniped from what it is, D3, where the usually campers go. And in my experience, there's only one thing you can do to win this, and it is, if you're in a tank that has any speed whatsoever, you just rush in the cap circle like no tomorrow. You just go in there, hide behind the rock, and sit and do nothing. In one case, like, usually it will go fine for you. You'll do some damage and you'll win. Some games you'll do no damage and you'll lose because your entire team managed to die somehow, even though the enemy team should have suicided, not your team. But in some cases you get the best case scenario where you do a lot of damage and you don't cap and you kill all the enemy team, like this game is sort of gonna be. But yeah, when you spawn on this side, I don't know what's your experience with this map, but I noticed that if you don't go aggressive in the cap circle, you just lose, because the other team just steamrolls north and then comes for the campers. And that's usually the case in this map, for me at least. So I just go in the cap circle and cap and make the enemies come for me. And you'll see how much of an effect it makes on enemies when you just sit in the cap circle and make the time count. You just don't waste your time. Like, the game is gonna end in 2 minutes if they don't come for you, and they can't snipe me from there. I mean, that guy, even a Gak Dagger 88 doesn't have 100% to shoot me. So good luck with that. And look how many campers do I have behind. It's that like half of my team behind there. And when the enemy team just YOLOs like this T-34 or T-69, whatever it is, you'll see how this ends. You'll see. When you start from the other side of the map, it's highly recommended to go north, clear north, like with every tank you have. It's usually really easy. You steamroll north and go for the campers, which is what usually happens on this map, and then this spawn loses. So at least that's my take on this map. Whatever. About the tank. Equipment I use is rammer, gun leg drive, and verge stabs. I mean, 3.4 second aiming time with 0.46 accuracy. You wanna have every equipment bit or piece that helps you aim and shoot the gun straight put on your tank. The view rate is 380, which is pretty nice, but you can't put optics on a tank that has 3.4 second aiming time with 0.46 accuracy. That's just not gonna happen. So, I said this tank is not good. Why do I like it? Well, it makes you play patiently. It makes you really think about what you're doing. A tank like this is challenging for me, just because it's not very great, but it challenges you as a player to think and to just play better. It really punishes you for your bad mistakes. You can't be too aggressive in this tank. When you have 12-second reload with 1600 DPM, you can get killed by tier 7 medium tanks. So aggression is a big no-no. You play passive, you make your shots count. Your 12-second reload means that you can't spam your rounds at something like with an IS-6, for instance, with that 9-second reload. Those things can just spam, and don't worry. And look what's happening. Look what I'm doing to the enemy. These are all tier 8s, but these are all tier 8s that are just committing seppuku here, or sudoku, or whatever you call it, to just reset the cap. And look what an effect I'm giving my team. I mean, these are all tier 9s. I should have taken this one instead of the aim for the roof, but whatever. Look how they're dying. Those are 2 tier 8s already. IS-3 is close to his death as well, and I'm not gonna be the one killing him. Put one shot into the T-34 and hope that he doesn't reset me, even though I don't really care. But he gets right through my turret, and I'll reload for the kill. So look at this massive suicide I managed to make the enemy team do. And I mean, it's all because I was sitting in the cap circle. If I wasn't here, you think they would have died like this? You think we would have won this game like we are winning now if I didn't be here? I don't think we would. I think these guys would just camp and we would have a very long and painful game. As you see, the north is already dead. There's nothing left north. But since the tanks that were camping are all more or less dead, we are actually leading this game. And that's a fucking ISU. Hello. Well, I'm not gonna go in front of that gun, and I'm just gonna sit behind this rock now and shoot the T-34 prototype. Another thing you should never do with this tank, look at that aiming circle. You should never take shots like this one. I mean, I had like 40% chance to hit that guy, well 30 probably to hit him anywhere I could pen. So don't take shots like that, just aim. 3.4 second aiming time is a long time, but when a kill is on stake, you should actually aim, especially when it's a long-range shot. The tank gets preferential matchmaking, but even for those of you who like to spam gold at everything they can see, the tank has pretty nice gold rounds. They get heat, and this tank gets heat with 250 penetration. They cost quite a lot, probably like 5k or something, for 4,800 or something along those lines. So if you like to spam heat, you can do it really well in this tank. You're probably not gonna make a lot of credits though. Put one into the ISU and wait to reload. Again, 12-second reload. 12-second reload is nice. So good. And that gun depression. 3 degrees of gun depression on this thing. So you really have to do some crazy stuff sometimes to get your shots. 12-second reload means that you can get if you play patient, you'll get despotted while you reload, which is a really nice thing. You can peek, shoot, peek back, get despotted, peek again, shoot again, and get despotted again, and do that multiple times. It's a really nice tactic in this tank. It works really, really well. For crew skills, this tank, since it's a tier 3, you won't really pick skills for only this tank, so there's not really much to talk. 6 sensor pairs always. I mean, smooth right snapshot is an obvious choice when you have 3.4 second aiming time. And what else? Nothing really. New range enhancements like recon and that shit would be nice as well. And the Tiger managed to get through my cupola. I have 4 kills, a bit more than 3k damage done already. And there's still 3 enemies left, so let's get some more. The tank requires, as I said, a lot of patience. You can't rush, you can't YOLO. 1600 DPM means that you're gonna get killed if you go one-on-one against any other medium tank, same or even a tier lower than you are, and not even talking about tier 9 mediums. Tier 9 mediums just will whip you apart. So do not YOLO against tier 9s, do not YOLO at all. Your 12-second reload means that you need cover to reload behind. So yeah, that is something to note. If you're getting... what is this stupid lag? You can see how the tank struggles, but this is some weird lag, and I mean, maybe... let's see if it clears out. It's really weird that replays lag like this. Like, I would understand the game, but why is the replay lagging? What are you doing, World of Tanks? I'll try to pause. Oh, there we go. Pause and restart. It works. Oh well, for those of you who have bought this tank and are struggling, don't YOLO. Play careful. Go hold down. Use your massive alpha to trade shots with other medium tanks, and you'll be fine. I think this tank is fine. It's probably, as I said, the second most premium tank in the tier 8 bracket, but if you got in it and can't figure out how to play, just follow these advices and you should be fine. I think the tank is pretty... well, the tank is like a type minus 10% in every way, but you can still make good use out of it and be a good asset to your team. And here you can see the randomness of this game at full strength. One shot, lower plate penetrated. Second shot, 120mm lower plate. Almost the same place, bounced off. So, yeah, that's RNG for you. I should have went up already because this guy is clearly AFK. But I didn't, so I'm gonna go around and try to put a shot into his side. Somebody steals my Top Gun. And here we go, 4000 damage, Top Gun. Really nice game for me. So here are the endplates, 2451 experience with premium, Top Gun Sniper, 133k credits before the repairs and ammo, and 107k profit, 4033 damage down, 2000 spotting. So pretty decent round for me. Another thing to notice, 94% accuracy, one shot missed, the one shot I didn't aim, and that's the thing in this tank. My average accuracy in this is 82%, which is higher, like 7 or 8% higher than any other tank I play. You might wonder why, because this is such a derp, but with a tank like this, you always want to aim, you always want to make your shots count. With 12-second reload, you cannot afford to miss, so aim your shots, be patient, choose your positions wisely so you can reload. The tank is hard to play, but it's really rewarding when you play it right, so yeah, makes decent credits as well. Not saying it's worth the gold, I think it's too expensive for what it is, but it's a fine tank when you play it right, and those who are whining that this tank is unplayable or complete garbage have no idea what they're doing, and the tank is not good, but it's fine. I don't see the big fuss about this being utter shit. I think that, as I said, they kind of nerfed it before they even put out in the gift shop because they were afraid of a Type 59-2 happening, but it didn't happen. This tank is way... the Type 59 is way superior than this, but this is still fine. It just shows how OP Type is, but whatever. Hope you enjoyed this video. Is it worth the gold? I don't think so. Thanks a lot, Foo, for letting me do this review. Thanks a lot for the gift, buddy. It really helps me. Premium days and gold as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.